Well, hello there, my name is Vladimir. Welcome to my studio. Today we're checking out my new guitar, which is the Fender Roadworn 50s. And I got this guitar while I was at Thomann, working on the TSR event, being part of the video team. And during the breaks and such, I was hunting for a new guitar. And there's a whole story of what I was hunting and how did I do that, or how it went, something like that. Basically, there's a video of me looking for different guitars and kind of why I ended up getting this. If you are interested in that video, please follow the link below in the description. Otherwise, let's move on. The body is made of alder and it's finished with a nitro finish. Unlike most of the Strats nowadays that are like glossy and stuff, those are finished with polyurethane finish. This is nitro, so it's kind of more old school. It doesn't have the same smell that, for example, some Gibsons have, but still it feels really different. It does indeed feel kind of worn in, and as you can see, like there's quite a lot of aging going on. Let me turn this way, over there, and like minor dents here and there, stuff like that. And to me, this is pretty tastefully done. Like, it's not crazily over the top. Maybe this armrest thing is a bit too much, but it's still nice and it feels surprisingly real, for lack of a better term. And like the little dents here and there, and like the name says, it does feel kind of played in. Like, maybe that was one of the reasons why this guitar stood out so much to me, because all of the high gloss, heavily lacquered Strats and Tellies and many other guitars that I tried didn't feel like there was too much going on finish wise, and they kind of didn't resonate with me like figuratively and literally as well, because the way this guitar is finished, it's loud, like it's acoustically loud, and I love it because of that. The neck is made out of maple. It's just maple. I don't think there's a separate maple fretboard. No, there isn't. Like, I think you'll be able to see. I hope the camera will focus. Come on, you can do it. Yes, there you go. You probably can see that there isn't a separate maple fretboard, so it's like one piece neck, and that's really cool. And yeah, the neck is also aged. You can see like there's more lacquer, there's less lacquer, and it feels super smooth. It has a soft V shape on it, very kind of classic Fender tuners, which are also slightly aged, as is the headstock, and pretty much the whole guitar. I'll see if I can have this in the shot. Come on, you can focus. Maybe? Close enough, yeah, like this is aged, and yeah, just overall I find the aging pretty nice and not too over the top, but it's also kind of, there's enough so it does indeed feel like played in guitar. Continuing with the specs, it's a fairly traditional Strat, 21 frets. These are like narrow and tall, so yeah, they aren't wide, but they're pretty tall, and maybe that's one of the reasons why I felt comfortable with it right away. Synthetic bone nut and a very vintage style 7.25 inch radius. And if you have watched the Guitar Hunt video, one of the reasons I almost didn't buy this was that because of such a flat radius, for example this, basically on the B string you are bending on the 15th fret from D to E. That note would fret out and it wouldn't just play, it would buzz, and that was one of the reasons I was almost giving up on this guitar. Then I talked to my buddy Chris Barocci. Hi Chris. He told me like that there's a way to fix this issue where you can basically kind of level the frets a little bit and kind of create a little bit of more radius, something around like 7.75 or something like maybe 8-ish, and that's exactly what Chris actually ended up doing. accidental sounds. That's what he ended up doing while the guitar was still at Thomas. So he did a slightly more rounded fret job over here, and now, as you can hear, it plays really well all over the neck. Chris did amazing job. He's a great luthier, besides being an awesome guy and a great guitar player as well. And I couldn't be happier with how this thing is set up and how it plays. I have never owned a Strat before. That's something that you should know. And one of the reasons is that somehow I always end up hitting the volume knob, and kind of turning it down, and playing just becomes a nuisance because the volume constantly gets turned down, and obviously it doesn't sound the same at that point. But something about this guitar, both neck-wise and body-wise, and just how it feels, like I feel really comfortable playing this guitar right away. It's not even like a super high-end guitar. It's 1,000, 1,200, something like that euros price-wise, made in Mexico, and apparently there are some kind of variations in the quality. I was told by my buddy Chera Campau, aka Dave, and Chris as well, that if you find a road-worn Strat that feels and plays great, get that one, because again, from guitar to guitar, the quality apparently varies quite a lot. So yeah, I was really lucky. This plays great, sounds great. It has 3 Tex-Mex single coil pickups, and it has an interesting wiring where there's only 1 volume and 2 tones. And basically this is a master volume. This tone is for these pickups, and this tone is just for the bridge pickup. Interestingly enough, and you'll be able to hear it soon, this tone, when I'm just on the bridge pickup, the tone control doesn't actually affect anything. So I think it's wired in a way that when you're in the kind of in-between position where there's the bridge pickup and the middle pickup, here it's like here the tone works, but when you go just to the bridge pickup, it's like on a full blast. I might end up rewiring that so that you could actually like control tone of the bridge pickup as well, because as Strat users know, the bridge pickup on the Strat can be really trebly, and yeah, being able to control it a little bit might be a good idea. But yeah, overall it's a fairly traditional Strat, to be honest. The hardware is also slightly edged. There's like scratches and dirt and stuff like that. What else? Comes with a pretty nice Fender gig bag. Nothing too special, but I think it's always a nice touch, especially when we're talking about guitar in like 1,200 euro range. You should get at least a gig bag at that point. Here's a picture of the gig bag just so you can see it. Yeah. Alright, time for some sounds. We're going straight from the guitar into my Rev Dynamis over there, and we're starting with the clean channel. The reverb is also coming from the amp, and from the amp we go into the 2-Notes Torpedo Live behind me, and I'm using the 4x12 by Rev amplification in the amp, not amp, the Torpedo Live thing. Yeah. Neck pickup. Somehow I feel this guitar is really good for strumming, like stuff for chords and stuff. At least I like it a lot, especially when we switch to the dirty channel in a few seconds. But also with a guitar like this, I feel you need to have a little bit of hair on your sound, so let's go to the drive channel on the Rev Dynamis and play some more. drive channel, there's a little bit of hair. I'll go through the pickup configurations again. So as I mentioned, if I roll down the tone control, yeah, it seems to be wired in a way where it only kind of affects this pickup configuration. I'll probably end up rewiring it so that in this position it's also effective, because this bridge pickup is trebly. Let's increase the gain a little bit and check out some, I don't want to say heavier sounds, but like gainier sounds. And more gain. This guitar isn't properly shielded. Maybe it's because they went for kind of vintagey stuff. Like I think, oh yeah, I was checking out the wiring inside, and the pickup cavities aren't like tinfoil shielded or like foil. There's like a foil tape that you can add. So I think that's something I'll be doing, because there isn't a huge difference in the buzz whether I'm touching the strings or not, so it just feels like it's not like properly grounded. Need to take a look at that. and do necessary adjustments, I guess. That's how I say it. Because when I go to 2 pickups, now it's almost silent because it's kind of in a humbucking mode, or because 2 pickups are working at the same time. And when it's single one, yeah, so that needs to be fixed. Kind of, well, I'll come back to that a bit later. Let's check out some more sounds on this gain setting. A bit more gain. I just love how it sounds, and like there's a really good kind of note separation, chord definition, how I want to call it. I'm rolling my sleeves as well while I'm doing this. The things that kind of draw me to this guitar were how it feels to play and how it sounds, and those are the 2 aspects of the guitar, I think. But yeah, it sounds good, it looks good. It's not a perfect guitar. Like, I can see how people say that you kind of need to find the one. And this wasn't perfect. It was fretting out, it needed some fixing. It's still not perfect because there's something happening with the wiring that I need to check. But I feel those things are worth doing, investing in the money or the time into it, because like the construction wise, feel wise, the kind of mojo wise, or I think that's a word maybe, like I felt connected with this guitar. And the more I play it, the more I like it, the more I'm kind of getting excited about Strat. It's so different from my Tele or my kind of Les Paul double cut, single cut thing that I usually play. These pickups feel kind of much less output. Maybe they're just set up low because I've heard that the Tex-Mex pickups should be fairly hot. Something that I also might do in the future is replace the pickups. As you could hear, the neck pickup especially is really bass heavy, and if I could kind of achieve more balance between the pickup positions, that's something that I might do as well. But yeah, not a perfect guitar out of the box, but if you find the right one, it's still damn inspiring. It feels good, it looks good, and I like the kind of slight, or like I guess I'd call this almost medium aging, because you're not afraid to play the guitar, you're not afraid to dent it, you just want to grab it and go. Yeah, good guitar, not a perfect guitar. If you want to get yours, follow the links below in the description. There's the link to the Guitar Hunt video as well. And if you like this video, found it helpful, interesting, funny, anything like that, please consider giving it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, ask any questions you might have. You can support me by getting Catpic Studios t-shirt, by following the link below in the description. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, stuff like that. You know how YouTube works. Thanks for watching this video. I shall see you next time.